Picture this. Your community is buzzing with excitement. Members are logging in every day, sharing ideas, hitting milestones, and staying more connected than ever. Now, imagine that momentum lasting well beyond the initial hype, week after week, month after month. Sounds like a dream, right? Well, here's the thing. You don't have to just imagine it. That's the power of a well-crafted challenge. Challenges aren't just a fun extra. They're a must if you want to take your community from lukewarm to on fire. They boost engagement, motivate your members to take action, and keep them hooked long after the challenge ends. And no, not the ice bucket kind. We're talking about challenges that keep your community buzzing, engaged, and most importantly, connected. If you're ready to energize your community, increase participation, and create serious buzz around your course or membership, today's episode is for you. We're diving into how to design a challenge that doesn't just start strong, but keeps your community hooked from beginning to end, and even beyond. Are you ready to take on this challenge? Let's dive in. Hey there, I'm Rachel Starr, ex-wedding planner and recovering people pleaser turned Your Community Strategist. And not too long ago, I felt a bit like Angela, planning a Dunder Mifflin party, trying to make things perfect, yet wondering if people would actually show up and enjoy themselves. That's when I discovered the real game changer, community building. It's the key ingredient to everything. Whether you're launching your next course, growing a podcast, or creating a space where people want to connect and engage. Each week, we'll roll up our sleeves and dive into the essentials of community building, from virtual events and workshop planning to fresh, innovative strategies for fostering real connections, all without the party planning community drama. Whether you're just getting started or ready to level up, you'll find practical tips, expert interviews, and real-world insights to help you craft a community that fuels your next big move. So if you're ready to get inspired and transform the way you build connections, you're in the right place, friends. Let's dive in and master the art of community together. Welcome back to Your Community Strategist. I'm your host, Rachel. And today we're diving into one of my favorite topics, how to create engaging challenges that keep your community hooked and excited to participate. So let's talk about why challenges work so well to drive community engagement. Understanding the why is crucial because if we can tap into the core motivators of your members, you'll have them coming back for more every single time. So why do challenges work so well? What makes them such a powerful tool for engagement? Challenges tap into three key psychological drivers that we all experience. First up, the desire for accomplishment. Let's face it, people love checking off tasks and hitting goals. Whether it's completing a small daily task or hitting a major milestone, that sense of accomplishment is a big motivator. It gives people that satisfying I did it moment that they crave, the desire for accountability. When you're part of a group working towards a common goal, there's a little extra pressure to show up and contribute. This isn't about guilt, it's about knowing others are counting on you. Whether it's posting progress, completing a task, or sharing a win, accountability is a powerful driver in keeping people engaged. And last but certainly not least, the desire to fit in. Let's not forget the social aspect. There's nothing quite like working alongside others towards a common goal. Challenges bring people together in a way that feels inclusive and fun. When members feel like they're part of something bigger than themselves, engagement naturally follows. And when you combine these three factors, you get a recipe for success. It's that mix of personal accomplishment, group accountability, and camaraderie that makes challenges irresistible. A great real world example of this is a fitness challenge. Think about the 30-day squat challenge or a running challenge. People join these challenges not just to improve their fitness, but because they want to prove that they can do it. That daily check in, logging their progress, and seeing how they stack up against others keeps them motivated. It's that combination of personal accomplishment and camaraderie that keeps people showing up day after day. Now that we understand why challenges work, let's get into how you can design one that keeps your community hooked from start to finish. Step one is setting clear goals for your challenge. I know this sounds super simple, but trust me, this is where many people go wrong. If your challenge doesn't have a clear goal, your members won't feel a sense of direction or purpose, and they might lose interest. Now, I know what you're thinking. Oh, great. Here comes the SMART goal speech. Haven't I heard that a million times before? And you're not wrong. We've all heard about SMART goals at least 1,000 times, but there's a reason for that because they work. So let's take a very brief refresher, and I promise I won't turn this into a corporate seminar. When setting your challenge goal, keep these 5 elements in mind. Be specific. What exactly do you want your members to achieve? No vague, get better at life goals here. You need to get precise. Make it measurable. How will you track success? If you can't measure it, how will you know when to pop the confetti? I mean, everybody wants the confetti. Make it achievable. Let's be realistic. We're not asking anyone to climb Everest here, okay? Be relevant. Does it actually align with your community's goals, or is it just a shiny distraction? Keep it on point. And most importantly, perhaps, make it time-bound. Deadlines, people. Set one. Otherwise, you'll be that person still trying to finish their New Year's resolutions in July. Oh, now that we've refreshed our memory on SMART goals and why they're not just another corporate buzzword, let's bring this to life with an example because who doesn't love a good example, right? Imagine you run a wellness community and you're launching a 7-day challenge. Instead of saying something big like, get healthier, you could set a clear SMART goal like this. By the end of this 7-day challenge, you will have integrated 5 new wellness habits into your daily routine. It's specific, it's measurable, and it gives your members something concrete to work towards. Plus, it totally feels achievable, relevant to the wellness journey, and it's time-bound, which keeps that sense of urgency alive. Now, your members know exactly what they're aiming for, and you've got yourself a winning goal. Next up, let's talk a little bit about free challenges versus paid challenges, and which one should you choose? First up, free challenges. These are usually used for marketing purposes, and let me tell you, they are a fantastic way to build awareness, generate leads, and give your audience a little taste of what you offer. Think of a free challenge as your appetizer to your main course. Here's the deal with free challenges. Who's your audience? Since it's free, you'll attract a larger number of participants because, well, who doesn't love free stuff? People are more likely to jump in, even if they're not fully committed to seeing it through. What's your goal? The goal of a free challenge is usually to nurture your audience, build trust, and convert them into paying customers at the end. For example, you might use a free challenge as a lead in to a paid course, membership, or maybe even a coaching program. It's all about giving them a taste of your magic. And then what's the engagement like? Now, here's the catch. Since it's free, some participants may not feel as invested. They might drop off midway because, hey, there's no financial commitment keeping them tied to the challenge. That's normal and something to keep in mind. Example, let's say you run a wellness community and you decide to host a free 5-day challenge called Mastering Your Morning Routine. It's a way to get people excited, introduce them to your content, and hopefully guide them into signing up for your paid wellness coaching program once they've had a taste of what you can do. Now, let's look to the other side, paid challenges. These are designed to deliver more in-depth value and typically attract a more serious crowd. Why? Because people who pay for a challenge are way more likely to be committed. They've got skin in the game. Here's how paid challenges stack up. Who's your audience here? Well, you won't have the massive numbers you might see in a free challenge. The people who do sign up are generally more serious. They're ready to go all in and dive deeper into the material you're offering. What's your goal here? Well, a paid challenge can be a standalone product or serve as a stepping stone to a higher ticket offer. Think of it as creating a transformative experience that leaves participants hungry for more, like joining your mastermind or membership or a high ticket coaching program. What's engagement like here? Well, when people pay, they pay attention. Participants in paid challenges are typically more engaged, showing up consistently and actively participating. They want to get their money's worth, which means you'll have a much more invested group. Here's a great example. Picture this. You're running a paid 14-day challenge called Building a Thriving Digital Business for $97. You offer personalized feedback, live sessions, and maybe even a certificate of completion. The people who sign up are serious about their growth, and they're far more likely to stay engaged throughout. From there, you could lead them into your higher ticket group coaching offer or a membership program. So, which one's right for you? Should you go with a free challenge or a paid one? Well, it really comes down to what your goals are. If you're looking to attract more leads, build your email list, and nurture potential clients into paying customers, a free challenge might be your best bet. But if you're ready to deliver high value content to a smaller, more committed audience and want to offer a deeper transformation, a paid challenge could be the way to go. Either way, challenges are an amazing tool to engage your community and create a buzz around what you do. So the real question is, what kind of impact are you aiming for? So now that you've got your goal set and you've decided whether to go the free or the paid route, it's time to get into the fun part, structuring your challenge. And this is where milestones come in. Think of milestones as the building blocks that guide your members through the challenge. They're like checkpoints that keep the momentum going and help make the challenge feel less overwhelming. After all, nobody likes staring down a mountain-sized goal with no idea how to climb it, right? The secret is to break things down into bite-sized, achievable tasks. These mini wins not only keep your members motivated, but they also give you opportunities to celebrate progress and build confidence along the way. Here's an example. Imagine you're running a 14-day writing challenge in a free community. Instead of saying, write a 5,000 word story, break it down like this. Day 1, write your story online. Day 2, flesh out your main characters. Day 3, write the first 500 words, and so on and so forth. By giving your members manageable tasks each day, you build momentum and increase their chances of sticking with it. In a paid challenge, you could take this a step further by offering personalized feedback or providing premium resources at key milestones to give participants an even deeper experience. All right, you've got your goals, you've mapped out your milestones, everything's looking great, but here's the kicker. How do you keep the excitement and the momentum going throughout the challenge? We all know that initial buzz can start to fade as the days go by, and that's when participants start to ghost you. So, how do you avoid this mid-challenge slump? Let's talk about strategies to keep your members engaged, energized, and excited from start to finish. First up, the surprise elements. Who doesn't love a good surprise, right? It's like the secret sauce to keeping things fresh. Add unexpected bonuses, like a guest expert showing up for a live session, a surprise downloadable resource, or a random prize giveaway. These little surprises are like fuel to reignite the fire and give participants something to look forward to. Then, let's look at community interaction. Challenges thrive on connection, so get your members talking to each other. Encourage them to share their progress, cheer each other on, or even work together in team-based challenges. Hosting a live Q&A session midway through can also boost engagement and give everyone a chance to connect directly with you and each other. It's all about creating that community vibe. Gamification. Let's add a bit of fun to the mix. You can gamify the challenge by using points, badges, or leaderboards. For example, award points for daily check-ins or for hitting milestones, and then showcase the top participants on a leaderboard. Trust me, adding a touch of friendly competition can really drive engagement, because who doesn't want to be on top of that leaderboard? One thing I absolutely love doing in my challenges is sending out mini rewards at key points. For example, on day 5, I might send participants a downloadable resource or give them access to a bonus video that's packed with value. These little incentives break up the challenge and give participants something to look forward to, keeping the energy high. Whether your challenge is free or paid, these strategies work wonders to keep your members engaged and pushing towards the finish line. So you've kept the energy high throughout the challenge and your participants are feeling accomplished, but here's where a lot of people drop the ball. The challenge ends and suddenly, crickets. How do you keep the momentum going? How do you ensure that your community stays engaged after the challenge ends? The secret is making sure your challenge leads to something bigger. Your participants are on a high after completing the challenge, so this is the perfect time to offer them a next step. Whether that's continued engagement in your community or an introduction to a higher level product or service, let's break down a few ways to keep the momentum rolling. The best way to maintain engagement is to guide your members to the next step. Your challenge shouldn't be a dead end. It's the beginning of a deeper journey with you. Here are a few options to consider. Think about adding a follow-up event. Host a live workshop or a Q&A session to recap the challenge and give participants a chance to reflect and ask questions. It's a great way to keep the energy going and offer more value. Look at ongoing projects. Encourage your members to continue applying what they've learned. Give them a follow up project or task that pushes them to keep the momentum going after the challenge has ended. Think about a paid offer. If your challenge was free, this is the perfect time to introduce a paid offer. Maybe it's a more in depth course, mastermind group, or a membership program that provides even more transformation. The challenge has built trust. Now show them how they can continue working with you at a higher level. And here's a pro tip: send out a post challenge survey to gather feedback. This not only helps you improve future challenges, but also keeps the conversation alive and gives members another reason to stay connected with you. All right, friend, before we wrap up, let's go over the top 3 mistakes to avoid when running a challenge. And trust me, avoiding these will save you a ton of headaches and set your challenge up for success. Number 1, overcomplicating the challenge. Keep it simple. Don't overwhelm your members with too many tasks or complicated instructions. Remember, the goal is to make it achievable and fun. Number 2, lack of follow up. Don't let the excitement fizzle out the moment the challenge ends. Always have a clear follow up plan so your members know exactly what to do next. Inconsistent communication. Communication is key. Regular check ins, reminders, and encouragement are essential to keeping participants engaged and on track. Don't assume they're staying motivated on their own. Help them stay connected by keeping the conversation going. All right, friends, that's a wrap for today's episode. I hope you're feeling inspired and ready to create a challenge that will keep your community hooked from start to finish and beyond. Whether you're going with a free or a paid challenge, remember that these strategies will help you boost engagement, drive results, and grow your community in a big way. And speaking of challenges, I'm super excited to announce that we're launching our challenge blueprint. It's your step by step guide to building, running, and scaling a successful challenge, whether you're looking to grow your audience or create a high impact paid experience. The blueprint includes everything from setting your goals, designing milestones, keeping engagement high, and even post challenge follow up strategies. It's packed with swipe files, templates, and insider tips to help you launch your next challenge with confidence. If you enjoyed today's episode and want to dive deeper into creating your own challenge, be sure to check out the challenge blueprint in the show notes. As always, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, leave a review, and share this episode with your fellow community builders. Let's keep the momentum going. Until next time, keep building, keep engaging, and remember, challenge accepted.